Welcome back to Let's Chunk. You know the drill. Actually, you don't know the drill. It's the second episode, but by now you know the drill. It's 5 questions, 15 seconds each, short droplets of pure insight suitable for anyone's LLM strategy, which for the record, I am not endorsing or not endorsing chunking. Like that, you'll have to figure out on your own. Blowing chunks with me today is the founder of PPC Live. You can see her work on Search Engine Land. She's a one, she's the only. Anu Adegbola, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm so good, thank you. Mordy, like such a great intro, but no, I'm not going to be blowing chunks with you. Do you know what that means to some people? Not blowing
Yeah,
chunks, but sharing
pressure means
chunks.
vomiting. Oh,
Yeah, something like that.
does it really mean something else besides vomiting? Because I don't want to now have to change the
No,
intro.
don't Google it.
Today we're talking about ads in LLMs.
uh,
Gosh. And my first question for you is, are the brands who have already advertised on ChatGPT idiots? 15 seconds.
yes.
Yes.
They
Done.
but yeah, yes, yeah. I mean,
Yes.
the first people who go after this thing is, yeah, it's a bit of like, brave idiots. ChatGPT and OpenAI are having a lot of like very questionable reputation right now. So if you're the first one to head into that kind of little cesspool, good luck.
It's crazy. 15 seconds is up. By the way, I'm not actually timing it. I don't actually have a stopwatch, which I should. Like it's 15 seconds, right? But it is crazy. There's no data, which I'm going to get to a question on that in a minute. And it's $60 at the time of this recording for an impression. It's Super Bowl money. Whew. Which brings me to my next question. Competitors like Anthropic or Perplexity, which maybe, I don't know if that's a real competitor anymore. They smell blood in the water.
Mm-hmm.
But will they be able to actually do anything? Which I know is not a PPC question, but we're here anyway.
What do you mean do anything in terms of actually compete with them in terms of ads? Because I don't think they want to, and I think that's a great idea.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. Like, are they going to be able to actually, because they're not, like Anthropic is not trying to compete for that ad space and they smell blood in the water, are they going to be able to actually push ChatGPT further out of the market? Or is just all...
Personally, I think so. Even literally as of like today, there was this news story about Anthropic deciding not to take on like a Pentagon deal. And yeah, ChatGPT, swooped into it. And like literally, and in the article video and everything, like literally somewhere there's the whole, get off ChatGPT link and there's a whole website to try to tell people like, get away from ChatGPT. And I think it's a whole thing. There's a lot of like, of course, with media, you never know whether what you're saying is true or just people trying to make up stories to, fight against the competitor. But there's a lot of compelling stories that show that OpenAI have been doing some dodgy stuff and are still doing some dodgy stuff. So I do think generally my own crystal ball moment is that Anthropic are going to be able to push ChatGPT out of the water.
I like Anthropic and what they're doing, but we only have 15 seconds to go into it. And I really want to ask you about the dirty laundry, but forget it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So question. So as of now, the recording of this, so ChatGPT is not really offering any real data on the advertising.
No.
Will they ever feel any sense of urgency? Or do the advertisers just blindly give over their tons of money? Is this crazy?
I think, unfortunately, because of companies like Google who have created this big monopoly of being like, who else are you going to go to? I think that is what they're actually trying to be for the AI world. Because what we actually did see was that ChatGPT were the ones that pulled Google into actually getting into AI. So ChatGPT almost look like they're trying to be the monopoly of the AI world, and even Google was behind them. And they have a bit of, I feel, a lot of arrogance is what I'm seeing with ChatGPT. Arrogance of ChatGPT and OpenAI thinking that they don't need to. Who else are you going to do it for? We are pretty much the way you do, like in terms of like Google search. It's, you say Google something. You don't say search something. Google is a verb. I think they're trying to be the verb of the AI world. They're like ChatGPT this. I speak to my friends and even the people who are into the tech of things, they know about Claude, but like the general person who's just like, who are the people who work in fashion, they work as lawyers. All they know in terms of AI, they think ChatGPT. And I feel that ChatGPT feel that they've monopolized that whole, if you're going to do AI anything, it's ChatGPT. But I think that arrogance is unfounded.
First off, great point. Secondly, to see the arrogance, all you need to do is Google Fireman Sam. And thirdly, I don't know where you are right now, but is 15 seconds something different for you?
Yes. I need to say that. Because I know.
Question number four. What do you say to the whole new industry of ChatGPT optimizers? What's your message for them?
Piss off. Sorry. What?
Yeah.
There is, it's about doing marketing well. It's about building content that your customers want to see. There's a whole new way of optimizing, and it's all about what AI is going to do. Do you know that there's agencies who have started, you can vibe code your whole marketing strategy, and you're like, yeah, sorry. My only answer is piss off. I think that was 15 seconds.
You made this point the day after they announced this was coming, that now everyone's LinkedIn bio is going to be ChatGPT ads optimization.
Experts. Leading paid experts. And I'm like, what, are you a robot now? I mean, that's what I'm thinking. Am I now speaking to a robot? By then, sorry. Now you don't know.
No, that's great. Okay, so a real question then. What's your best advice on optimizing real PPC ads, like on Google?
The fundamentals have not changed. Guys, the fundamentals have not changed. It's still about what do your customers need to see? How can you get to them faster? Where are they? A brand whose customer is, an older couple in their 50s, their 60s, their 70s, don't care about trying to advertise on, try to be AI discoverable, because maybe they still want a newsletter. Maybe they still want a little paper coming through their post box so that someone talks to them for a little bit. It really depends on who your customer is. And fair enough. Maybe your customer is someone who's very tech savvy and they're on AI all the time. Yeah, figure out how to do that better. But it's not for everyone. It's not for every brand. It's not for every single brand out there. It's not.
Wow. Yeah.
It's not.
Good advice. My wife's a nurse at a nursing home. Her patients are constantly reading newsletters all the time.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking. I'm not reading newsletters.
Yeah. Well, not newsletters the way we read newsletters, but like newspapers.
On a paper.
Yes,
Yeah. So that makes sense.
Like, what's the latest magazine? Like they're reading stuff, that they're opening stuff.
Those still exist. Wow. Okay. So bonus question. I'm asking everybody the same question. I know this is not your wheelhouse at all, but we're just going to go with it anyway, yeah? On a scale of 1 to 10, how important is an LLMs.txt file?
Oh, God. A very good friend, mutual friend, Crystal Carter, we've talked about this actually. And I'm very with her on her whole, like, people being so frustrated or being frustrating about, but it's working for me. But I see that Google are using it, but some other person. And I think there's just so much hype, and you need to just stop with the hype. And everybody's looking for which thought leader is telling them what to do. Like, is Mark William Cook saying that I should use it? Is Mordy saying I should not use it? Or is this person saying I should, dude, test and see if it works for you. And if it doesn't work for you, scrap it. Is it that hard a thing to test? Or is it
in SEO, we have to fight about everything. Also, thank you for doing that, because my next guest is Crystal Carter.
Hey, my sister. I love it.
So good. Well, that's all the spewing of hot chunks we have for you today. Don't forget to follow Anu on LinkedIn.
Yes, I'm there all the time.
Anywhere else? Just LinkedIn.
Really, just LinkedIn. Maybe Instagram. No, LinkedIn. Don't follow me on Instagram.
I see you pop up my Instagram feed once in a while. Don't forget to look out for a new episode of Let's Chunk next week on the SE ranking social media channels. LinkedIn, like and subscribe. You can't like and subscribe on a social media platform like LinkedIn, but you know what I'm talking about. Goodbye for now, and until we chunk again.